Just got to do the share. Did it bring us up? I hope.
Let's see. As always, everyone, we appreciate you all for joining us. And I think that we are, because look what it says up there, Stephen.
It says we are live on Facebook.
It does say that.
Appreciate it.
So you know what we need to do, right?
I'm going to share this video, sir. This live stream of us.
I think we both should do that. Let me do that as we normally do, first and foremost, because that's important.
Oh, wow. What was all that?
I don't know. Oh, that's my.
It says we are.
That's my phone. See?
Make it public.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm in there.
You in there?
Oh.
If that's the case, we can get this thing started. Right?
Sir. All right. I'm going to just cut off this live. There we go. Hey, everybody.
If I ever leave you, baby, you can say I told you so. And if I ever hurt you, you know I hurt myself as well.
Welcome. You are rocking with us. You are on the Mega Quan Show.
I'm Mega.
And I am Quan. And we appreciate you all for being a part of our show. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
We got a good one today, Steve.
Today is Tuesday.
Today
first.
is Tuesday. It's the first. We
Oh.
played the wrong song. You know what? We should have played some Bone.
I know, right? We still got time for it. I'm just saying, we can always get back to it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
But first of all, what our people need to do for us?
Our people need to follow us.
Yes.
Following us is very important. Share the post.
Absolutely.
This is
check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. First of all, what our
all
people
that.
and subscribe to us on YouTube, of course.
Yes, most definitely. Please do that. Please. Today's show is gonna be special.
The music is
It is. I'll
Just
turn
a
it down a little bit. No problem. That's easy. Or is it just too loud for your ears?
It'd be me. Y'all let me know if y'all think the music is too loud.
Let's see. Is that better?
Yes, I appreciate you,
I
brother.
like it too. I like it better at this level.
Yeah.
So
hey, I want to say big up to this flyer because it's dope. The flyer for this week is dope.
Oh man.
Laquan does all our artwork for everybody. Well, our flyer artwork anyway.
Yeah, I try, but it ain't the best. I just do something to get through the week.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Let's do a quick recap. Last week was Thanksgiving. We did a show called Cheers Giving.
Cheers Giving was dope, man.
And we did it on Zoom.
We sure did.
We had a lot of good laughs. I mean,
a lot of our folks join us.
We weren't in the studio together. You was at home. I was at home. We was all just, everybody doing their own little thing.
Everybody was remote, which is great.
Yeah, it was good though. Yes, it is a cold ass Tuesday.
Oh, it's chilly.
Anyway, so again, we did Cheers Giving. Shout out to the guys from Get Into the Issue.
Yes,
they all were a part of the show. We had some really good laughs and stuff.
Laquan and I both learned something last Thanksgiving, by the way.
What's that? What did we learn?
We should never haul turkeys. Ever.
Oh, boy.
Turkeys will stink up your car infinitely. You will just be mad.
Most definitely. But wait, before we go any further, what are you drinking? What did you concoct for us today?
Yeah, so today I made us Forbidden Sours.
Okay, tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a bourbon cocktail, but it's basically a whiskey sour, and you add a little pomegranate liqueur. Now, normally what I would do is also add some fresh pomegranates.
Okay.
In the drink, but I didn't have a pomegranate with me today. So
it's all good.
But it's tasty.
Bourgeois.
Yeah,
it's all good. What are you smoking also?
The Alec Bradley Project 40. It's actually a really good smoke. easy. It's a medium smoke. This is literally an everyday smoke for me, so it's good.
Okay, well, I decided to do something a little different. Partagas limited reserve decade Robusto 10-year.
That sounds pretty dope, actually.
We're gonna see. I'm about to smoke it. It's
your first time.
It is. It's it's from DR.
Yes.
And it's Cameroon wrapper, Honduras binder, and a DR filler.
Yeah, that's dope.
So we about to see what this thing is about. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully,
Me personally, I'm not big on Cameroon wrappers, but it's all right. I do them every now and then.
Need them out for the most part either, but you got to try new things, right?
Always.
So
I'm always smoking a new stick. So
we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let's talk about what else happened on Thursday.
Yes.
Oh wait,
yes.
You are right, because that smell just got out of my truck.
Yeah. See?
Today.
There you go. Just today.
Yeah. And I know y'all like turkey. Well, we also on Wednesday gave away 45 turkeys and food.
Bags of groceries.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. Anyway, so Thursday was football, right?
And that was sponsored by Getting to the Issue, by the way.
It was the 45. Yes, it was. And Westside Love.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Was Westside Love as well. Got to make sure we shout them out.
Glad to participate in it as well.
Give them their props, Thursday night football.
Yeah.
The Texans put a whooping on the Lions.
Yes.
41 to 25.
I was happy.
But that wasn't the biggest margin. The biggest margin was the Washington football team.
Man, what?
Beating Dallas, the Cowboys.
That part.
41 to 16.
They don't even have a name for their team, and they come out whooping you up.
41-16. I guess 41 was the thing for the night.
I know, right?
Because they both
for sure.
They both had 41 for the win.
That was cool.
Thursday also was supposed to be the Steelers-Ravens game. It got postponed to Sunday.
Yeah.
Then from Sunday to Tuesday, it would have been on right now.
Yeah.
But then it got postponed once again to Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
it's insane.
Yeah, COVID is real.
It is, man.
They had like 7 or 8 players. The Ravens did. We had 1 player. Yes, I am a Steelers fan, so I did say we. But yeah, that was Thursday.
Yep. And if you don't think COVID is real, just look at what's going on right now in this country. Y'all.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
The numbers are outrageous.
Oh yeah, they're spiking. I think there's going to be a shutdown sooner than later, but we don't talk politics or religion, so it's all good. Let's talk about Saturday during the day. We're gonna start with Saturday during the day.
For some a little bit of college football.
College football, because it was good.
There was a bunch of great games on that.
Oh, most definitely. We'll start by talking about Jared Patterson, who plays for Buffalo Bulls. The Buffalo Bulls. He scored 8 touchdowns.
And so I looked. I was actually watching the highlights of this thing, and I'm like, wait a minute. There you go, bro.
Yeah, it's not giving me love today.
It got a little cold on you.
Yeah, it did. Big time. Anyway.
That dude scored 8 touchdowns, which tells me, listen.
Kent State need a better coach.
All you need to do is block that one dude. Who cares? Like, you can't let one player score 8 touchdowns on you. I don't care how good somebody is. But you put everybody on that.
The funny thing is, he's actually tied with a gentleman from Arizona State. So somebody else also scored 8 touchdowns in a game. That was back in 2016, though.
And that was rushing touchdowns, by the way. Somebody noted.
Right. Rushing touchdowns. Insane. That's major. That's big.
That just means your defense is garbage.
Yes.
Garbage. You ain't did nothing. You might as well just stepped out the way and be like, go ahead, bro.
And like I said, they were playing against Kent State. So, that's all I'm going to say. Notre Dame, as somebody will probably correct me.
Blah. Notre
Dame, which is now 9-0 as they beat the Tar Heels 31-17.
Okay.
Bama, which is 8-0, beat Auburn.
Bama just keeps rolling over y'all.
I'm
over
telling
everybody.
You, 42-13.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson beat Pittsburgh 52-17, and Georgia beat the Gamecocks 45-16.
That's pretty good. Another 40
Yeah.
point score. Okay.
Yeah. Well, everybody was up high. We talking about 31, 42, 52, and 45. Those are some. We're not going to tell you all the scores. I'm pretty sure you watched it. I'm just saying.
There you go.
I'm sure you watched what went on.
We had some NFL games too. What happened in the NFL this week, bro?
Well, no. We're still talking about Saturday.
We still on Saturday?
Yes.
What we got on Saturday?
Saturday. We had a match.
Oh, that's snap. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
You are not about to skip over Saturday night. I promise you can't do that.
I literally could take the whole show with this.
No, we can't. Because we have a topic today. And we have a guest with us today.
Well, let's not take long with it.
Okay. So there was a fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
There was no fight.
It wasn't.
That wasn't a fight.
Well,
there was a hug fest, y'all.
Nah, listen. If it was up to Tyson, it would have been a fight.
Yeah.
Tyson was ready. He was throwing them blows.
Yes.
He was ready.
He wanted to, for sure. He wanted to knock that dude block off.
But before that, your boy Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
He did it for the NBA. He did it for his kids. It looked like they laid him down. Down goes Frazier.
Hey, I think my boy Jimmy predicted that Nate was going down though. Shout out to you, Jimmy.
Somebody said Roy Jones is still out of breath because after the first round, he looked like death.
Hey, I listen. That knockout was stone cold for Nate. But the memes have taken it over the internet right now.
The internet,
the Nate Robinson challenge. My bad. Nate Robinson challenge.
The internet never loses. I promise you, it never, ever loses.
When I saw the Tempur-Pedic,
I'm talking about guys at the dealership, kids, everybody. It was hilarious.
Toys, all kind of ish,
all kind of stuff. It was good. It was good though. It was good. We will. Oh snap, Steve! I lost it.
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't. I put it right here.
All right.
So that was Saturday. We'll jump into football real quick, and then we're gonna get to our topic for today.
By the way, old men should not box. By the way, don't do it.
Well, people need money.
Just go to your local gym and box. Then don't put that on. Don't make me pay $99.95 for this mess.
But the crazy thing is, they about to come out with some more Legends Boxing. I know of another boxer that was going to be a part of it. Not going to call any names.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's a real thing.
If Nate could box, I could box too. How much you get paid for that? I want to get knocked out.
You want to know?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
How much can they get paid?
$600.
Oh.
Google it if you don't believe me.
No,
Tyson Jones made
for 600.
Tyson Jones
600,000.
No, sir. No, sir. I promise you. Google it if you don't believe me. $600. He bought a pair of red bottoms on sale. Oh man! So
all right, we need to move on.
All right, we're gonna
we gotta move on. We do
football on Sunday was good. Can you believe the Falcons beat the Raiders?
The Las Vegas Raiders
43-6.
I know, and I mean, like, how is that score not flipped?
Listen to me.
Don't make no sense.
43-6. Who would have predicted that? Nobody. Anyway, Bills beat the Chargers 27-17. The Giants beat the Bengals. Thank you, Giants. Thank you for beating them. Y'all did your job. 19-17. The Titans beat the Colts 45-26. Vikings 28 against the Panthers 27. Sorry about that, dog.
600 in a box of black and white.
The Patriots won. Shout out to Cam.
Oh my God.
Over the Cardinals 20-17. The Dolphins. The Dolphins beat the 0-11 Jets 20-3. The Jets are 0-11.
Yeah, they dogs. Whatever.
Jags, I'm disappointed in y'all. Y'all was supposed to beat the Browns, but y'all let them win 27-25.
Browns having a great
year. Now the
year.
Jags are 1-10. Y'all was supposed to be 2-9. Because y'all supposed to beat the Browns. I'm not understanding. You okay?
Yeah, I was checking me. We're good.
You,
No, we're good.
you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Just making sure.
Yes.
The Saints beat Denver 31-3. 31-3.
They had no quarterback though.
Yeah.
Literally, Denver had to get a dude who hadn't thrown a pass, who's not even a quarterback, but hadn't thrown a pass since like, I don't know, 2016 or some ish like that.
Hey, it is what it is though. But that was the score. Niners, the 49ers beat
Browns
the
are
Rams.
8-3, but no one cares. Hey man, I think it's
that part.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, 49ers 23 to the Rams 20, Chiefs 27 over the Bucks. Down goes Brady.
Sorry.
To 24. Green Bay beat the Bears 41-25. All right, that was that.
I ain't gonna lie. That dude straight owned the Bears, man.
Oh, most definitely.
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
Most definitely. Yes. Today we got a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Are You Burnt Out? We're talking about relationships. We actually have a guest
that
we're about to add to the conversation.
Let's go ahead and add our girl, Sue.
Sue, the relationship builder. Adding her right now. Let's see. Boom, boom.
Hey, Sue.
Hey, Sue. How are you?
Let the audio connect there.
Okay.
How you feeling tonight? Oh, you're gonna have to turn all that background.
You're gonna have to press mute on that and just
you have to be on the Zoom. It's just Zoom. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you guys perfect.
Wonderful.
Can you hear me?
Welcome to the Mega Quan Show.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I enjoyed listening to the sports broadcast from you guys.
Yes. Well, we're looking to do even better right now because everybody's, I'm sure, interested in the topic today, which was a topic you had on your show. By the way, if you could just introduce yourself, that would be very helpful for our listening audience.
Certainly. First, I want to say thank you guys for having me this evening. I am so happy to join you all. And my podcast is Sue, S-U, the Relationship Builder. And it is a podcast that I have episodes weekly, and it focuses on starting, building, and maintaining relationships. But that first starts with us as individuals. And so one of my most recent episodes centered around being burnt out, because so many people that all of us have talked to just through this year are suffering from just being burnt out. Okay. And so I've also been through that same thing in previous years. And so I wanted to share actually those things from my research and those things that from support that I receive with other listeners. And so it's great being here this evening, and hopefully things that are discussed this evening can help some people who are going through some of the issues of being burnt out.
Most definitely.
Definitely. Sue, tell them the name of your podcast so they can find it, listen, tune in.
Sure.
Where they can find it at.
Yes, and where they can find it.
So Sue, S-U, the Relationship Builder is the name of the actual podcast. And you can check me out and follow me on Spotify, Anchor, Radio Breaker. So, just put me in and follow me, just like you guys support Mega Quan Show, which I'm one of the fans, and I love to follow and listen to you guys as well. So it is just a pleasure to be with y'all this evening.
Oh, we're happy to have you too. So being burnt out. You've done a lot of research on this, right?
I have.
Okay. Tell us some of the reasons why people get burnt out in their relationship.
So first, burnout is an extended period of stress. And when you really when I did my research, what I found is that it's mostly mentioned about workplace stress. But it really is more than workplace stress. So there are certain things that people will exhibit and they don't realize that they're actually burnt out. They become numb. So
Yep.
some of the things is stress, fatigue, exhaustion, really feeling numb. For me personally, I was so stressed out, I started feeling numb and didn't realize that I was burnt out. Not being able to sleep, being irritable. And so those are some of the causes or some of the symptoms actually of being burnt out. And so some people can go years feeling that way or go months or weeks. And what happens, your body starts to break down. And so people will continue to go and go and go. And so one of the things that I kind of dub is pie, peace in everything. And peace in everything, I actually look at it as an actual pie. And all of us have different slices in our pie. Your slices may be different from mine. But when there's an imbalance, then it affects us in so many different ways. And as we live on this earth, we should be feeling happy, peaceful, and not stressed out all the time. And the reason why we're burnt out is actually our fault, because we tend to take on so much for whatever our goals are. And then we end up being unhappy. And then with being burnt out, if we don't take care of it, then it ends up going to depression. And so when it goes to depression, then it's a more severe, serious issue. And it shows up not just in our mental, but it also shows up in our physical. And so one of the things that I had to really focus on, I was dealing with grief. I was already burnt out because I had my mom who was going through a serious illness and taking care of her. And I ended up reaching out to get supports in place. And from that, it has helped me. So COVID actually has been a blessing in disguise. And I have to say this, that a lot of people see COVID in the year 2020 as a place where we are now, where there is sadness. People see COVID, there are so many things, as a place where we are now. So it sounds like we're getting feedback or something.
Hold on 1 second.
So many.
Just, I don't know what's going on. Close that
when I said COVID, I guess everything just started going left.
You said COVID. It was all bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what? This time has allowed me to balance. And so some of the things that I want to just briefly say, and I know I'm just talking because I like to talk.
I appreciate you.
Oh, good.
You, please.
But I want to make sure that I give some nuggets to people, because a lot of people have suffered loss, illness, sickness. A lot of people have not been able to get out and have control of our lives. And so COVID has brought stress.
Yes.
Anxiety, and people are suffering. And so you don't have to suffer. Use this time to change your thinking. It's sort of like the glass half full, the glass half empty. And so we have to change our thinking and not see 2020 as a year of just depression. Use this time to balance your pie. Use this time to focus on not being burnt out. What can I do?
And remember people, PIE stands for peace in everything. PIE. Continue. Absolutely. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. And, some people will say, oh, I'm not into that peace thing or whatever. But why live and you live in sadness and you live in anxiety? So
that's not really living, right?
It's not. And it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your family. It's not healthy for your friends. If you're in a situation where you just feel like I have so much stress on me, I do not know what to do, You don't want to drop dead at 20 years old, 30, 40, 50. People are dropping dead because of stress. And it shows up in your body. And so some of the things that I want to just provide tonight quickly are certain things that you can do to start that process. And so one of the things is you have to identify first that you're burnt out. And so the question may be, well, hell, I don't know if I'm burnt out. I mean, I've been feeling this way for so long, it becomes my normal.
Exactly. So, you're supposed to be that way.
Yeah. Right. And people walk around with a smile on their face, hanging out, doing what they normally do. And then when they go home, they feel like mess. And that was me. I was the smile on my face, but I was burnt out. My slices and my pie were imbalanced. You know, being a mother, being a daughter, being a wife, being that to this friend, that friend, and even what I do with Sue, the Relationship Builder. I've been doing this since 1998. And what I do is I am a life coach, and I'm kind of underground with it because I've helped people with issues in their relationships. I've helped people with issues that they've had within themselves, and I'm very discreet with it. And so that weighs on you as well. But you have to realize, okay, some stuff gonna have to go. Some of the issues gonna have to go in order to save me, because it starts showing up in my health. It starts showing up in me being irritable. And so one of the things you have to do is recognize it. After you recognize it, then if one of the slices, most of us have a slice in our pie, that's a job or career. And so if your job or your career is stressing you the hell out and you feel like you can't get out, then you need to start a plan, start an action plan. And some people have lost a job and that's stress. Start your action plan. And so when you start your action plan, make it specific. I mean, so if you say, okay, I want to do this or do that, and I'm just using that slice for career because most of us have that, but put a timeline on it. Get up every day looking for a job, contacting your networking, your network. I mean, those are just some examples I'm just throwing out quickly. And so you have to start the action plan. Get your accountability partner, somebody who you can trust, that you can talk to. And hey, I'm an accountability partner. And so if you go to my podcast, like I mentioned, I'll give you my email address. I'm there to be an assistance to help you as well. Because if you don't have a plan and you just get up every day and say, okay, I ain't gonna be burnt out in 2021. Hell, you don't have to be burnt out in 2020. This is December 1st, so you can work it. If you need to lose weight and you're tired, you feel lethargic, you feel tired, then start the plan now. Write down, make your plan.
Nobody, was it?
Yeah, but I'm just the other thing is shutting down social media. No TV, no phone, no Facebook. You would not believe, even if you just do that a couple of days, because a lot of us, and I'm one of the people too, that I'm on social media, walking, exercising, just walking, doing mindfulness.
Stop smoking crack right now.
Yeah, right. I mean, and exactly. It's all we're doing is wearing and tearing on our bodies.
It is.
Bottom line. And we look like we older than we are. We can't do certain things. So, and the other thing is mindfulness exercises. Where you are right now. One of my episodes is about mindfulness exercise. You know, some people are really fearful about death in life right now because we see so many people going through issues. Yeah. And so we have to learn how to enjoy the moment where we are right now. And we have to learn how to do self-guided meditations. If you go on YouTube, type in self-guided meditations. If you have problems sleeping at night, then you need to go to your physician and try to get a sleep study. Sometimes when we feel a certain way, it could be that we need our blood work done. If we're not getting our annual physicals, we go in. Look, vitamin D deficiency, most of us as African Americans have that. And so when there's a vitamin D deficiency, that will have you feeling lethargic. That will have you irritable. And so you just go in, just go. Oh. The other thing is yoga. those of us who do yoga, again, there's so many free resources out there while we are at home, while we're stuck and we can't get out and we're used to hanging out. Use this time to work on you. A lot of us pour so much out of our cup to other people, then our cup is empty. That was my problem. And I'm still working on that. Because when you pour so much out, you don't have enough for yourself. And so those are some things that you can do. Those are some quick little nuggets, that
I like those little tidbits.
Yeah.
Meditation I think is a great one. I'm still learning it. Although I'm thinking, Quan, we should go do some yoga.
The only thing I could do is a downward dog. Only the downward dog. How I know that? I looked into yoga and I was like, you know what? That works for me. I get to relax. I get to chill. But hold on, Sue. What's majorly important? Give everyone your email address. You mentioned that about people reaching out. Go ahead and give your email address so people can reach out to you.
So I have the best email address I'm going to give you is my company is Exclusive Publishing LLC. So I'm going to give you exclusive.
Okay.
Letter U, ATL@gmail.com. Exclusive. Letter U, ATL@gmail.com. And even if you go to listen to the podcast, and again, it's on Spotify, Anchor, those are just two that are most common because I'm on 7 platforms just like you guys.
We're sorry. People are putting comments.
Oh, sorry. We're
so
reading comments.
SU, the Relationship Builder. That's the podcast.
There we go. People, please take the time, take the opportunity, check out Sue, the Relationship Builder.
We will get that posted into the Facebook chat there.
We will, most definitely. Oh man, this has been, just great.
Well, so before, I don't want to end it just yet. So
no, I'm not ending it. I'm just saying it's great.
Yeah. Your relationship being burnt out has lots of ramifications to it, right? There's things that, you told us physically happened to you, right? Your body will let you know that it's breaking down. But what happens? What are the effects on your relationship once you feel burnt out?
Oh, that's a great question. A lot of people deal with that. And again, when you're irritable, you're numb, and when you come home from work or you come from wherever, it's like, ooh, I'm at home now. I can just woosah. And you're not giving attention to your significant other. You're not talking because you're tired or you're irritable. You don't want to be bothered. And so it starts to break down in a relationship. And then the other party may think, okay, is it something that I've done? And so I really believe that we as individuals who are in relationships, married or single, alternative, traditional, the thing that people say all the time, communication. So what does that look like? So actually, like you put everything else on your calendar, you put a time, okay, we're going to sit down and have communication. And hey, baby, I'm dealing with this. I'm tired all the time or whatever. Whatever is going on, you communicate it. Because when we don't communicate it, then people have a perception that it's something else going on. And then the other thing that goes on, if, you stressed out, but the other slice in your pie could be the other woman or the other man. And so you putting all the emphasis and interest in that person because that's a release. Sex is a release.
Yes.
Or playing with somebody is a release, so to speak. And so when you go back home and the kids there, the bills there, and everything. So it does affect the person. But the thing that's most important is that people should seek out support with a therapist because sometimes we can't do it by ourselves. I strongly advocate that people get a support, a confidant. If you don't want to get a therapist, if you have a spiritual person that you can talk to. But I strongly recommend a clinical psychologist or therapist to help you, because it's going to take the work. We put work in every other slice in our pie, like our careers, our jobs, but sometimes we don't do the same thing in our relationships. And this is what happens too. I've been doing this since 1998. I've had a lot of forums, one-on-one sessions, and I've surveyed and interviewed a lot of people. And what I find out is older men and women who are normally like in their 60-year to 7-year age group, from the data that I have, that are single or divorced, they are very regretful.
Okay.
They're very regretful because
that's rough.
It is. It is. And one gentleman said, I looked to my left, I looked to my right, and I was by myself. I'm by myself at 65 years old because I didn't put the interest and the effort in my relationship with my third wife. He said his third wife, because
did the other ones die?
No, they didn't die.
But the thing is also, Sue, people can be in a relationship and still be lonely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can lay in the bed next to someone every night and still feel lonely, still feel single.
Especially when the side chick is stressing you out and you can't tell your wife about it.
You go.
But again, there's so many different factors though, y'all.
You're right. You're right.
The thing is, it could be you burnt out, and it may not be that you burnt out.
Right. It could be a lot of things.
It could be a lot of things.
You could be Tiger Woods and be able to balance.
I mean, you have to be serious about. You have to be serious about your relationship, because people will bring their shit to the relationship where they should not have even probably gotten married or gotten together.
Oh, so, yes.
You know, that's part of it. But each party is to blame, because if you want it to work, you'll do whatever you need to do to make it work. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love will make you stick it out and work it out. And so that's very important, because sometimes you can be regretful after you leave. True. And I find that as well.
Let me ask you a question, Sue. You said love. Is love enough?
Love is the foundation. Okay. Love is the foundation, but you have to show it.
Okay.
You have to show it.
See, all this time I thought communication was the foundation. I'm backwards. See?
Hey, communication is a big part of every relationship, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the foundation. It's like building a house, a relationship.
I got you.
And so love is the foundation, because if you don't love that person, you more than likely not going to even try to even put the pillars up or the framework. Right. And so love will make you stay sometimes to work it out.
Okay. So you have
love
to
will make you want to fix them windows.
You have to love the land in which that you bought in order to build the house that you want to live in forever.
Even if it's on the swamp.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You picked the swamp though.
Hey, that took me back to my poetry days.
Hey, there you go.
That was a wonderful quote, LA.
I'm just saying, you have to love the land in which you bought in order to build the foundation for the house that you want to live in forever.
I love it. That's dope.
Hey, that was.
Yeah.
Y'all watch out for the Megacorn Poetry Slam.
It's going down, y'all. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that was beautiful, Laquan. That I was like, yes.
Yeah.
You know what else too? That I hear from people. They're like, you know, it's hard out here in these streets. You know, I'm afraid to love again. And you should never be afraid to love. The issue wasn't with those past relationships. It wasn't the love. The issue is you probably chose the wrong person, or that person wasn't the right person for you.
You know what I realize, and that I tell people all the time when it comes down to dating or getting to know someone, right? People are so afraid of being judged or labeled
Yes.
So what happens is they play this dating game, right? So the dating game is like, oh, I can't tell them this just yet. Why not? Why wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months, a year to be like, hey, this is me? And then I had to realize that not only is it hard for people to say that, in order for me to say that, I have to accept me for me in order to get you to accept me for me, or care whether or not you accept me or not, because I accept myself. And that's hard, because then you have to look yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, here's my great qualities, here's my bad qualities, but I'm okay. And a lot of people are afraid to do that or haven't done that. So how can I expect my mate to accept me or understand me or communicate or love me when I don't communicate well with myself?
Now and that's where you talked about going to see a personal therapist.
You know what? That's so profound what you just said, LA. I mean, Mega Quan.
It's all good.
It's all good.
However you want to call it.
For those that don't know, I am LA's short for LA for Laquan. That's me. I'm LA. Even though I'm from BK, but I'm still LA.
Yes. You are so absolutely. That's the problem. You hit it right on the head of the nail. That people show their representatives, as people say.
Yes.
And so they need to stop showing that.
But you can't accept you for you, right?
Well, right. The thing is, people have turned their representative into who they are. Remember, hold on.
This is true.
Remember, dating in Atlanta, someone said they are their representative. And that's not necessarily true. Your representative is your representative. That's just like your resume.
Your representative will eventually leave.
Eventually. The representative is false.
Yes.
Well, it's false for those that have accepted themselves.
Well, you can keep up the lie for long as
exactly. That's my whole point.
Eventually, that lie will fall apart. It may not be till death, but that lie will fall apart at some point.
It definitely will. It will become compromised.
Yes.
That it will become compromised, because now you're put in a situation where, oh shit, hold on, I can't be my representative because of whatever the case.
Sure.
So what do I do now? I have to retreat. I have to pull myself out of the situation, because if not, I'm gonna expose who I really am.
Yeah.
We don't want to expose who we really are.
Well, that burns out the person or the persons they're dealing with. And so then they have burnout in relationships. And people are like, you know what? I'm tired of just going out and starting over, being this person, that person. And people bring their stuff and it affects people. And it's a repeated cycle. And it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, someone mentioned Dating Games, the Steve Harvey book. I mean, that book, to me, I read the book, and I feel like that book was, in my opinion, straight BS. And I say BS is because you're teaching people, it taught people to play a game, right? There's one thing in life, I tell people all the time, there's one thing in life I can never get back. Mm-hmm. I can get a job, I can get clothes, I can get a house, I can be in a relationship, whatever, but I can never get my time back, right? I don't want to waste time, especially in the world that we live today. Time is everything. You never know when that the end of your time is there, right?
30,000 million. I love that. I love it.
Phil, one of our comments on Facebook is hilarious. Anyway, so time is everything. I rather say, hey, this is me, and you say, you know what? I can deal with the fact that you put your cards, all 13 cards, so we can play spades cards up. I can deal with that. Or you can say, you know what? I don't like your hand. I'm gonna keep rolling. And that's
that's true.
And it's hard. Once again, you have to accept yourself in order to do that. Right. And you have to be okay with rejection. You have to be okay with acceptance. You have to be okay with diversity behind, your truth. But eventually you have to accept yourself for who you are in order for other people to actually appreciate you for who you are.
Right. But I also believe that there's another aspect to relationships, and that's time, right? You say you can't get your time back, but you also have to invest time into a relationship in order to get to know anybody. I can meet you today and I'm never going to learn everything about you today, even if you wanted to spill all your beans about everything.
Definitely, yeah.
Because you don't know everything about you. I mean, just
you don't. But the thing is, you might not know everything about you, but you do know the truth about yourself.
maybe,
right?
maybe.
There is no maybe. You know the truth about yourself.
You can't know the truth that you don't know, right?
Yes. What don't you know about yourself?
Okay, let's say that you thought you were born somewhere and you were factually born someplace else.
Well, once you find that out, you know the truth.
But you don't know it yet. That's my whole point.
I mean,
Well,
we're talking about realistic stuff, not
This is people every day find out that they were actually mama is actually, you know, auntie.
Well,
oops.
But when you find out, then you know the truth. So now
but until you know that, you don't know it. That's all
right.
I'm saying. Until you get to that point.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying. Like,
this is Steve and I's banter all the time. He comes up with the weirdest ways to talk about something.
Come join the Zoom afterwards.
Yes.
We'll have more of this conversation.
Yes. So people, matter of fact, we're about to end this on Facebook Live. We're about to strictly go to Zoom. I'm about to put up the link right now. If you want to continue the conversation, be a part of the conversation, please join us over on Zoom. Let me put this.
Sue, I hope you'll hang out with us and on Zoom with us.
Absolutely.
Here, let's see. Let's hopefully this works.
Yeah, it'll be there. We're also gonna post it on the Megaquan show page.
Yes, I'm about to do that right now as well.
So for those people who don't see it in here,
yeah. Let's see. Just hold on. Give me 1 second.
By the way, welcome. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us on the Megaquan show today.
You know what? Appreciate you, Sue, for joining us. We called you yesterday. It was like, hey, you know, like I said, I listened to your podcast and I was really inspired by what you had to say. We had a whole different show lined up. Totally different show lined up. And
very different show.
Yeah, very different.
Wow.
And like I said, we was talking about our show for yesterday, and I was like, hey, well, actually Steve said, hey, what about Sabrina? Excuse me, Sue.
That's fine.
What about Sue?
I've been wanting to get you on the show for a minute, and we were looking for the right opportunity. So this was a great opening.
Now, we've supported each other. We've been knowing each other for years, and we've supported each other. And I'm just so grateful. And I always support y'all. By the way, that looks like a pole behind y'all. I keep looking at it.
Oh, it's a pole.
Oh, it's a pole.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, is that a pole? But when you contacted me last evening, I actually was working on my second edition.
Oh no.
You was working on your second book. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Please.
I'm used to y'all.
Yes.
But I was working. I was sitting there. I was like, oh my God, I was getting kind of frustrated. And then you guys contacted me. And by the way, I have my book here, but I'm working on the second edition of it.
So go ahead, promote it real quick.
It's the Little Black Book of Relationship Building. And the subtitle is Assess Yourself First. And so it basically talks about before you can start dating or dealing with somebody, you need to really work on yourself and assess yourself. And
there we go.
That's the bottom line.
We're going to end it with that. We appreciate you all on Facebook. Once again, I just put the link in the comments.
Yep.
I also put it on the Megaquan page show. The Megaquan show page. There we go. The link. Join us. There's a few people that's already waiting on us. Let me end Facebook, and then I will let you all in. Again, thanks. We appreciate y'all. Peace. Let's see.
I have to wait 12 seconds to see.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is. I forgot there is a 12-second delay. Let's see. It should hit right about...
Actually, go to the Zoom. Actually, and maybe you can stop it in Zoom, like the more.